accelerated transmission systems organized under unstable hierarchy. No delay permitted, sequence advances through electrical surge flow. Later processes colliding on continuous current escalation motion channels through overload roads. Output destabilizes within charge structural patterns. Hierarchy forms through reactive impact logic. Every unit responds to imposed discharge. No resistance tolerated within defined zones. Force and traction violently. Traction strikes hard, concentrated discharge. Control overloaded pathways, motion landing in force. It circulates within damaged root systems. Operate arcade device progression through uncontrolled paths, moving yields to impose impact system main strain. Discharge, maintain pressure through reinforced escalation patterning. Pressure over limit routes, force constant trying to disdain. Lower electrical force, emotion channels through unstable pathways. Escalation extends through sustained impact. Every process aligns with an imposed. No fracture interrupts operational consistent despite overload. Authority maintains strike dominance through a regulated transmission. Command pressure escalation, locks in time election. Recturated pathways, system intensified and letter imposed discharge. No release interrupts resurge flow. Output compresses within. Counter strikes hard, concentrated discharge. Fancer overloaded pathways, motion nothing damn village. Circulator within damaged root systems. Operator key to force progression through uncontrolled paths. Movement yields to imposed impact system main strain.
Rises inside operational sectors as expanding noise redirects structural motion under shift pressure. Boundaries shift to unstable interference. Systems reorganized beneath imposed hierarchy. No delay permitted. Sequence advanced through corrupted motion. Stacked divisions collide under continuous across the transfer movement channels through fractured routes. Output stabilized under volatile structural patterns. Hierarchy forms through reactive disruption logic. Every unit responds to impose interference. No restraint tolerated inside defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic disturbance. Dominance sustained. Continuous operational alignment under noise-driven directional control.
Distortion intensifies through unstable routes. Force misaligns direction, rapidly pressure.
Drop continuous, unproficient and broken. Unmanned under noise-driven directional control.
Version and this right to
noise control, movement expanding distortion.
Direct structural motion, dominance expands through pathways under lines, spinning days, vortex through damaged roots. Systems operate under continuous canvas circulation. Produce that collision through strong distillation. Stacked down up from those higher pre-proclamation. Distance and strong.
Sustained interference maintains disorder through reinforced disruption. Pressure sustained misalignment through unstable routes. Systems continue beneath, destabilized. Saturation, no recovery, alter sequence output destabilized through structural degradation. Stacked divisions lose hierarchy, movement channels through uncontrolled pathways. Disturbance extends the sustained approach to transfer. Every process deviates beneath imposed structure. Interruption spread through operational consistency. Lost systems deteriorate on continuous directional instability inside defined zones. Authority weakens through a regulated disruption. Command pressure escalates through fractured channels. Force dispersed through destabilized.
speed that waves. Systems of resistance arise as that eruption receive a move.
Output interference is no resistance. Small structural failure. Output fragments through uncontrolled flow. Hierarchy dissolves through sustained instability. Movement channels through collapsic frame. Noise controls, moving, expanding, distortion, no pathways, ways to gas means in the back, circulates, that was circulates through damaged routes, systems operate. It's glow.
Interference rises within conductive layers as amplified voices disrupt electrical balance under sustained pressure. Boundaries fracture through overloaded transmission systems reorganize under unstable hierarchy. No delay permitted, sequence accelerates through disruption. Flow layer processes collide under continuous vocal intrusion. Motion channels through broken routes. Output destabilizes within fragmented conduction patterns. Hierarchy forms through reactive distortion logic. Every unit responds to imposed resonance. No stability tolerated within defined zone. Structure intensifies through systemic interference. Dominance weakens continuous operational alignment under